Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
What up, everybody? I know when we signed off yesterday, it was kind of like a goodbye. See you Thursday night after the Cowboys beat the Chiefs. But talk to AJ, talk to Jose, and we said, you know what? Let's give them one more, man. Let's work. It's the holidays. Some people got to go to 9 to 5s they hate. It ain't gonna hurt us to get in here, talk some sports, and have some Thanksgiving fun with the people before we all go gobble gobble. Rudy J, AJ, aka Agapito, Jose Bouquet, who it's on me. I'm supposed to let everybody know who thought, hey, man, we're just going. We knew we were doing the show. He thought we were doing it at 10, but it's all good nonetheless. We're here. AJ, how you doing, man? Where you at?
I'm in my in-laws condo right now. It's at the Grand Hyatt, so I got a view of San Antonio, downtown San Antonio. So it's not bad. I smoked a couple cigars out on that patio, and buddy,
you ain't got to flex on us this early in the morning. You ain't got to flex on us.
Just
like
drink your coffee, get ready.
Did you see how y'all see how he threw in there? We at the Grand Hyatt. First of all, now I remember y'all did a podcast with Mike from that condo.
Yep.
And I think that was the reason why he was like, hey, let's put these guys on the channel. They're rich.
No,
Is that where y'all spending Thanksgiving? Y'all spending Thanksgiving in the condo?
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good
floor. What floor are you on
today?
What floor are you on?
26. It's not bad. I'll take a picture, post it, tag you guys in it. You can retweet it or whatever.
No numbers. What do your in-laws do? No numbers.
Retired.
He's not beating the rich alligator.
He's not.
Love is fitting.
Hey, Agapito, give me some virtually marrying into that bread. Now you went to Bernie, so your family had its own too, but yeah, AJ.
Not really, man. Like we were pretty house broke, to be honest with you. But
bro, I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I'm kidding. No, so to those that are used to us being at 10, sorry, you'll see this later. Or somebody may be a surprise if you put the alert on your phone. Like, hey, I thought they were done for the week. So decided to give y'all a little grab bag, a little cheat.
Why not?
But yeah, why not? Bookie, you got all your stuff together. Do you have anything to take to your family's house besides weed?
What do you mean, for like Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Food wise? No. Kidding me? Well, Helga's actually the queen of the mac and cheese. So she'll be making the mac and cheese. I'll be supporting her in the background as a
I need to again, I talked about this yesterday. If you're in charge of the mac and cheese, you are a bad, excuse my language, Helga. You're a bad motherfucker. If you're in charge of the mac and cheese. But I need to taste this mac and cheese myself. But now, Bookie, in my younger days, I can't do it no more. This new weed is too much for me. But I was the cousin, brother, grandson, nephew that would take the 30-minute walk with my other cousins, and we would all come back.
Yep.
Eyes low, eyes red, and everybody's looking at us, and we're just cheesing.
Sure.
Is that you? Do you take those weed walks?
Well, it depends where I am, because Helga's father is, or I guess was, a DA officer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that makes it interesting at his place. I have to be just fiending, as you guys know.
Okay, then can you put on some clean clothes that don't smell like weed before you go to her family's house?
I can't promise anything.
Do you smoke in the house, Bookie? Or you smoke on the back patio?
I live in the first floor, so in the house.
Because it'll go up.
Well, if I was smoking, if I was like in the second, third floor, I would smoke outside and not have to worry about people just mosey on by staring at me.
And then they'd be like, hey, man, can I hit that? That's what they would do.
Yeah.
It'd be like Snoop Dogg and Half Baked.
Can we did a quick punch in for people that still get mad at weed? If you're still getting mad at weed, in 2025. And I gotta explain it to my kids. Explain to your kids like, yo, it's a drug and you shouldn't do it, and move on. Now, if you're out front tying yourself off, shooting heroin, then we could talk.
That's a problem.
If you're still mad at weed in 2025, I need you to get it. I need you to get a life. I need you to get over it. And because it's how many states is it legal in, AJ? I don't know.
Too many. All of them. I mean, it's crazy that Oklahoma has it. Like Oklahoma.
How did Oklahoma beat us?
The wildest thing ever.
How did Oklahoma beat us at anything?
I know this one. I did a deep dive because I watched Tulsa King, and I think you guys talked about it last week or something.
I have never seen it. I need to check it out.
It's like the Oklahoma version of The Sopranos. It's a great show. And but I guess the newer season's getting kind of, the writing's getting a little but so I was like, hey man, like how did legal weed get in Oklahoma? So I just went on YouTube and typed it in, and what happened was they decided to put this bill up in May, thinking, oh, no one's going to vote in May. Everyone votes in November. Who cares about this? Turns out it was the highest voting turnout of Oklahoma State history
in favor of it.
And it passed with flying colors, and they have no guardrails around this thing. They have,
like in Seattle, you can't, like in Seattle it's legal, but you can't like walk around smoking, right? In Oklahoma, there's more dispensaries in Oklahoma than there are in Washington, Colorado, and I think California combined. Combined because it's only $2,500 to start your dispensary business in Oklahoma. That's it. And then all you got to do is pay for rent and you call it a day. So I see Oklahoma working. Oklahoma's like, look, there's nothing here. Let's legalize gambling. Let's build a bunch of casinos and let's sell weed.
Absolutely.
And
Oklahoma's a great state.
No, it's not, Bookie.
You
went to UTSA too, sir. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Great state, just a little windy.
That turnpike,
the wind is as advertised.
Dude, that turnpike from Oklahoma City to Tulsa is the worst road in America. I mean,
Why?
It is because it's a straight line and there's nothing. There's nothing. They haven't even built like gas stations and stuff, or any kind of like fast food for you to stop and pull over. It's a straight line. It is a straight line, and it's boring. And you're just driving, going, "When are we going to get there? This is ridiculous." Oh my god, I hate going up there, but I have to for work sometimes.
Now I'll say this: Texas would cripple Louisiana and Oklahoma if we ever
and
decided
New Mexico.
And New Mexico if we ever decided to build casinos. And we probably tax the hell out of them because a good portion of their business comes from Texas. So a part of me, because I'm a soft ass girl dad, a part of me doesn't want to do that to those states. But then a part of me wants to be able to take a 15-minute drive to a casino. Like,
why not?
Like I'm going to Salina, which is north Dallas. I'm an hour from Choctaw. You think I'm not going to Choctaw, which is a beautiful casino, by the way.
Yeah, Rudy, I'm an hour and 18 minutes door to door from WinStar. Like
WinStar, I heard WinStar, even the golf. I got a couple buddies that are members up there. They're from here. So imagine that they go 5-6 times a year to WinStar to play golf, and they go play golf 3-4 times, and their wives just play slots. I heard nothing but great things about WinStar.
WinStar is awesome. It's the biggest casino you've ever walked into. That's for sure. You can walk around that thing and never get to the starting point that you walked.
We're talking
into.
Vegas like casinos.
It's bigger than Vegas like casinos.
Yeah.
It's so doubled. Big.
Oh, so you've been to WinStar too, Bookie?
Yeah, I think it sucks dick and balls, but whatever. I think it's a terrible place. Slots are stupid. I've walked through there, couldn't find any table games. Fuck that.
The lack of table games is a problem, and you have to pay a tax every time you do any kind of like table games. So if you're playing like blackjack, every hand, I think you have to. The tax is like 50 cents or something like that. So even if you put down $100, you're paying probably about $10 of taxes in that 100.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, suck my dick.
And drinks are not free.
What? Even if I'm gambling?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's why that place sucks.
You know who has an underrated casino scene? Colorado. Black Hawk, Colorado has an absolutely underrated scene up there because no taxes, free drinks, and you're up in the mountains and it's a gorgeous view. And no one's out there like really partying, but you find a couple people Oh, and the bourbon that they have at some of those bars, top notch, Rudy, top notch.
Really? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
The white trash version of that is Biloxi, Mississippi. Great place. The Golden Nugget in Biloxi, fantastic. You can bet on sports there. White trash heaven. Been there many a time.
I've done. I would go to as soon as I turned 21. I was going to Lake Charles probably because it's 5 hours from here. Go through Houston, Beaumont. I would go to Lake Charles a lot. I would go to Coshada and I would hit the boats because the boats would never leave. They just stayed docked. They just had to be on the water for legal reasons. But I was a Lake Charles fanatic. So
Rudy, let me tell you something. I actually, for my wife's engagement ring, you know, I didn't have that kind of money at the time. So I was like, how am I going to do this? I want to propose to her. My parents and I took a trip to Coshada. I sat at the 3-card poker table for like 7 hours for enough money to at least pay for half of the engagement ring. And I was able to propose to my wife a few months later. So gambling is great, kids. I don't care what anyone tells you.
Now, let me ask you how old school you are. Did you ask her father?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay.
And that was a whole nother thing too. So
why?
Because he's a retired lieutenant colonel. And I didn't find that out until the day I was supposed to like ask his permission. And so I had the ring in my pocket and I was sweating bullets. And I was like, here we go. And then her cousin showed up at the door. And so I was like, had to regroup a little bit. And then her cousin dropped that bomb on me. And I went, oh, well, I got to come very, very
tuck your shirt in.
Yeah. Otherwise, this may not go well. Because I heard the stories that my dad, whenever he asked my grandparents for my mom's hand, and they were like, well, how are you going to support her? What's your 5-year plan? Are you going to raise your kid Catholic? Like all these questions, I'm going,
Jesus.
I just got to make sure.
Wait a minute.
I
got to raise my kid Catholic?
Yeah. Dude, old school.
Damn.
See, I have to do that. I have to do that twice.
What do you mean?
Helga has 2 dads, step and actual dad. So I have to ask both.
Can I be
has
real?
To stay?
Can I be real? Yeah. Does the stepdad? I mean, so clearly the stepdad had a huge hand in raising her. Then.
Yeah. He's been in her life for a long time.
Okay, but has her biological always been active?
Not really. No.
Oh, well, then you got to ask the stepdad too. Then,
and you got to do it in person, Bookie. You cannot text them and say, "Hey, I was thinking."
Yeah, but hot take here: if they say no, like, does that doesn't impact me? We're still doing it, even if you say no.
So this is the problem that you're going to run into. She clearly loves you, right? But this is the problem you're going to run into.
Maybe.
No, like men will be like, look, I'm a man. I love you, mom. I love you, dad, or whatever. I'm going to make my own decisions. Women, they want that their circle to accept you. So while she may still marry you, it's going to tear her apart if they don't approve of you. But I think she would still marry you, but it would make everything weird. And hopefully in that time when you propose till the time you get married, everyone comes around. Women, like my wife already told me, if I didn't get along with her family, we wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't hang out with family all too often, so her parents think that I hate them because I just don't hang out.
Bookie, see, I do a lot of in-law stuff that I don't want to do. It's a part of the deal, bro.
You got to do it.
You got to go over there and you got to say, Helga, let Helga go over there with the mom, and you go outside with the dads and you drink beer and you go through, because everything's cringe to Bookie, AJ. Everything's cringe to him. You got to fight through it, and you know what you're gonna find out, Bookie? Some of them are really cool. Some of them are assholes. Some of them are assholes. Some of them are really cool. Fight through it and build a bond. Build the bond with the one she's closest to.
Yeah.
And why did you bring the ring, AJ? Did you bring the ring just to be like, hey, I'm actually doing it?
Well, you got to prove. You got to show that you're serious.
Yeah, you can't come up there and be like,
"This is what I'm thinking," and not be prepared.
Okay, I was like, why did AJ bring the ring just to flex it? Like, I got this big old.
So you're not thinking about proposing at Thanksgiving, Bookie?
No, that would require a ring. But I did hear rumors of another $2,000 stimulus, so maybe that could be where my ring money comes from. Who knows?
Yeah,
or you can take that money to Coshada and try to double it and get a better ring.
No,
I'm going to Vegas. January.
He already needs Gamblers Anonymous. Don't gamble the $2,000 away, Bookie.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I did get that $2,000 from Donnie, I'm taking $500 and I'm going to flip that bitch in Vegas when I go back. At least $500, probably closer to $1,000 if we're being honest. But yeah. And then I could get a $3,000 ring, and then I could slap my own ass.
There you go.
Mine was only 6.
Oh my god, dude!
It was only 6.
And
she lost it.
There's just no shot in the next 2 years am I buying a $6,000 ring. That is crazy. I have to take out 2 loans.
I told her with what my wedding cost and what the ring cost, we got to stay married at least 15 years. After that, I feel like I got my money's worth.
$6,000 ring. We're in this for life, baby.
Well, any people out there that are getting married or engaged or anything, once you get married, go on Amazon, buy those rubber wedding rings so you don't wear your nice stuff whenever you're in a pool or in a river or the lake or whatever.
Mine's from the dollar store.
Exactly. Boom.
Mine's from the dollar store. Look at that. She just wants me to wear it. She just wants to know I'm claimed.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, anyway, let's punch people real quick.
All right.
People I want to punch, presented to you by the law offices of Orlando Kell.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
I can't hear it, so give me the signal, Bookie.
Just believe, Rudy, that it's playing. Just believe.
No, I believe you. Just give me the signal when it's done.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. Who do you want to punch here? You guys have plenty of people.
Punch in the state of Texas. It's a damn shame that I got to drive 6 hours to Salina, Texas, and then drive another hour and maybe 3-4 minutes to go gamble. I got to hide. People like Bookie got to hide their weed. Like, we're so far behind. You know, Texas is a great state if you play football or have oil. Other than that, Texas is a little overrated. Like, we're from Texas and we love to poke our chest out. We're from Texas. But if you can't play football and you don't have oil,
what are you doing?
You're not good here. Your money does not spend.
I mean, people from Texas go overseas and they're like, "Hey, where are you from?" You're like, "Texas," and they go, "Oh, I know where that's at."
Yeah,
everyone knows Texas.
Everybody knows.
Do that with like Arizona.
No,
okay. I'm gonna side punch with you, Rudy. A side punch of Texas. You're driving 5 hours and you're still in Texas. That's absurd.
Go to El Paso. You could drive 7.
Oh yeah, that's the half of the Vegas drive. I've driven to Vegas before. The first half.
You've driven to Vegas?
Why?
3 times. Yeah, I've driven to Vegas. Yeah.
Why?
One time.
I don't want to go that bad.
Going. Well, I did. First time, it was my first time going with Jeff Slaughter. Actually.
Oh, nice.
We drove there and back. And so I count that as 2 because it was there and back. And then one time I flew to Vegas and the fucking airline bullshit all shut down. All the flights canceled. We had to get back before a certain day. Drove back.
Nice. Before AJ's punch, let me get this in here. Brian Half Mexican Whitener, $20. Happy Thanksgiving, bros. Thank you. My main man, Greg Castanuela. What did Greg donate? My chat is weird.
$4.99.
$4.99. Happy Thanksgiving, Rudy. My sweet Bookie and AJ. May y'all's family stay blessed. And I think we got one more. What else we got, Bookie?
Yeah, Canoops.
Happy Thanksgiving to In the Building. Keep rolling. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Who you punching, AJ?
You know who I'm punching?
Who?
Black Friday sales nowadays.
It's a fraud.
It's a fraud.
It's
remember
fake.
Back in the day.
Great punch.
When it first started happening, and you would go to like Radio Shack or Best Buy or something, and those prices would be in the dirt, and you're like, "There's no way they're making money on this one."
Right.
And now you look at it now, and you're like, "Oh, Under Armour and Adidas and Nike are giving me 30% off," and it's like it's still $70.
Right.
I got a thing for Tiger Woods as Sunday Red.
Yeah.
And it was like up to 50% off. And it's like, I don't want a stupid bucket hat for $25. So Black Friday is not what it used to be. And it's very disappointing. And couple that with the outlet stores too, because I remember going to the outlets and those being dirt cheap prices. And now they're just as expensive.
And you know what else is? I saw a video from a guy maybe about 2 years ago. He pulled the curtain back on Costco. Like he was going by and lifting up the signs because it was like new sale price. It was like $49.99, and then he lifted it because they were too lazy to take out the old one, and it was like $50.99. It was like he went and uncovered all these prices that they told us were these great deals, and lo and behold, they were the same price. They're duping people. Black Friday is a hoax now. There was a time, and now maybe again now. The problem is when they were giving us $50 flat screens, we acted like animals that needed food and water, and we were fighting at Walmart. So they were like, "Look, we can't give these type of discounts because somebody's going to die. Somebody probably did die." So I think someone ruined it. Someone got turned. I think we ruined it because I remember I stood in line for my PS4. I stood in line for my PS4 because the PS4 had dropped to like, and again, this was a deal at the time. I want to say it was like $150, $200. So there was a line for that. There was a time I had the regular PlayStation, then I had the 2, then I had 3, then the 4, then at the 5, my wife was like, "Bitch, the 4 collects dust. We're not going to buy your 5." I was just a thing for me. So there was a time. Oh, but now that Black Friday is a hoax. Don't go out for that shit.
Did your family do this too, where like it was Thanksgiving evening when the football game's on or whatever special's on, and we would sit there with the newspaper and map out our route for Black Friday?
It was a mission.
My
family and I were on a mission. Like, hey, the ladies, y'all gonna hit Target.
Yep.
Fellas, we're gonna hit Walmart and get the big shit, and then we'll all meet up and see what we like. It was a mission.
Breakfast or lunch or what? Oh yeah.
We had to work. We were worried because we always go to Dallas or Tyler, and we would always make sure we left a room in the trunk. Like, hey, everybody pack light because we're bringing home some Black Friday shit.
Oh yeah.
Now Black Friday. Which is a great segue. Well, first off, Orlando Kell, official family lawyer of In the Building. Mike always calls him the Heisenberg of the family law. He may be a really, really nice guy, but once he gets in that courtroom and he's defending men, and if your wife is still somebody that's going out and spending 6 hours buying Black Friday stuff that is really not on sale, divorce her ass. And before you divorce her ass, email Orlando Kell at orlandokell@gmail.com. AJ, I say this, and I thought about this all last night, and I woke up and I'm still gonna stand 10 toes on it. This is the most important game of A&M football's history.
I would 1000% agree with you on that.
Now, if they get to the Natty, then this one falls into second place because again, that'll be, that's the Natty. I'm not gonna put a regular season game ahead of the Natty, but right now, today, Friday at 6:30, this is the most important game in A&M football's history. You have to really get this little brother tag off of your name. This is going to be their first time in Austin since 2011. And the last time they were there in 2011, they lost 27-25. And I text y'all, this reminds me of the 03 Spurs versus the Lakers. While the Spurs had already won a title in 99, Phil put it out there. This is an asterisk. They're a simulator crew coaching staff. None of them played. That title doesn't count. It was only 50 games, and the Lakers had kicked their ass in 01 and 02. 01 was bad. 01 was bad. 03, it became the most important series in Spurs history because everybody knew. Now, keep in mind, it was the second round. It wasn't even the Western Conference Finals, but everybody knew whoever won that series was going to ultimately win the title. I liken that to that because remember how the city felt when we beat the Lakers in 03. It was like
feel weight.
It was like it because it was so important, like playing a team 3 times in a row. And that I liken that to this. This has to be the biggest game in A&M's history. While they still make the playoff, you can't allow Texas to win this game.
Oh, absolutely. And it's in Austin. You guys are undefeated. You have to win this game. And you got to put to bed any UT CFP conversations as well. If the Aggies can basically put that nail in the coffin, then fantastic. That was great. Basically, nothing really is probably going to change in the top 4. But if Arch decides to play like we think he can play, and they come out like they did against South Carolina, UT's not giving up a 32-point lead or whatever that was. That's not going to happen. But I do think that I think you're right, man. I think you nailed it right on the head that if the Aggies don't win this game, it's kind of like the Ohio State and Michigan thing, right? You don't want to start to be in that Ryan Day conversation of, you have a national title, but you're 1-4 against Michigan. So you can't get into those conversations because you continue to win national titles, but you lose to your rivals, you get fired.
Yes, very much so. You have to eventually beat the big dog. And this next segment will be brought to you by Bookie. Texas cheer Liquor. Real quick rundown on Texas Cheer Liquor schedule. They are open regular hours today from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Closed on Thursday, but if you drink too much on Thursday, they are going to be open on Black Friday. So Wednesday and Friday, Texas Cheer Liquor, regular hours 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Go and support your local liquor stores. Again, I know you got your places, and some of those bigger places going to be way too crowded anyway. Go and support local business. Small business is the backbone of American society. Texas Cheer Liquor has 7 locations. Maybe a little bit more of a drive. I get that for some of y'all. But those of y'all within that a solid radius, go and support one of the 7 Texas Cheer Liquor locations. Make sure you tell them In the Building sent you. Why? Because it's going to save you 5% off. Go and get your bottles or your beer or your wine.
Don't show up to Thanksgiving empty-handed.
Yeah, don't show up to Thanksgiving empty-handed. And this is the other thing when you get your Texas Cheer Liquor bottle. Rule number 1, if you take a liquor bottle and that liquor bottle gets open, and if only one person drinks from it and it's over 3/4 still full, you have to leave it. That's standard. You don't get to take your bottle home. You can take it to go plate. You can take some pie.
Oof.
You can take some turkey. You can take a few rolls. But if your bottle gets opened, you are not allowed to take that bottle home. Now, I know sometimes you look at that bottle, you're like, man, nobody really touched it, but they opened it. I'm taking this home. It's tacky. It's unbecoming. Don't do it. What?
Rudy,
you disagree?
If it's the Eagle Rare, I'm taking it home. I don't care. Sorry. If I'm walking in with E.H. Taylor,
AJ,
I'm taking that shit home. Sorry.
Even if it's open?
Yeah. Dude, there's the reseller market for those bourbon open bottles on like a handy. Dude.
Oh, they resell open bottles?
Oh, yeah. People will buy open bottles.
Okay. You know what? So you want me to make an exception for allocations?
Yes. You don't have to, but
let me think about that.
That's fine. You should definitely, but don't show up to Thanksgiving empty-handed. So stop by 7 locations at Texas Cheer Liquor, please.
Now, appreciate you, Texas Cheer Liquor. Open Wednesday, open Friday. Go support Texas Cheer Liquor. Tell them In the Building sent you. Now, you know, in Texas, Mike and I talk about this all the time. College football is super regional, but there are some rivalries that go beyond the region.
Oh, yeah.
How do you rank your top 3 rivals as far as what matters to the nation, not to the region? Give me your top 3 rival games that matter outside of their region.
Ohio State, Michigan.
So that's one for you, right?
That's
why. Why is that? Why does the nation seem to care about that rivalry? And I agree with you.
Controversy. There's so much controversy.
But it's been that way for 30 years, though.
Yeah, and it's great. That's why it's back. It's number 1 now.
So why doesn't Ohio and North Dakota care about Auburn, Bama, Texas A&M, or Texas OU? Why does the whole nation care about Ohio? Because when you look at the ratings, it's not even close. So I agree with you on number 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5 is where it gets interesting.
Yeah,
I've always wondered why we care, because I do too, and I don't have a good answer as to why I care about Ohio State and Michigan.
I think because we just grew up and Ohio State was always good, Michigan was always good, and you just there's had that history and that hate for each other, and then they're also super petty. Like I think if you want a good rivalry, you have to be petty. You think about the Big House and the Horseshoe, like they both hold over 100,000 people in it, and I can't remember. I think the Big House is bigger than the Horseshoe. And just by like a couple of thousand people.
And like, I think they do that on purpose.
They do that, and because they're petty, like they have to do it. And same thing with A&M and UT. Like A&M didn't want to be in the little bro shadow, so they went to the SEC. But now you look at the SEC, the 4 teams that are basically holding up that conference, in my opinion, are from the Big 12. So if you take those 4 teams out, what happens?
Wait a minute. Hold on. We're going to get back to the rivalry conversation.
Yeah, that's fine.
The 4 teams holding up that conference are from the Big 12. Give me, okay, Texas OU. Who are the other 2?
A&M and Missouri. You take those 4 teams out, what's the SEC? The Georgia, LSU, and
Alabama, Florida, Ole Miss.
Maybe. I'm just saying, like those 4 teams are a huge part of where the SEC is at today. And if they didn't move over, I don't think we're talking about the SEC on.
But
ESPN
this is
as much as we
A&M's
are.
first time being good. I mean, they had the Johnny Manziel year, right? And that was electric. That was the biggest thing in college football that year. But what has A&M and Missouri done to say they're a part of the spinal cord of the SEC?
Well, I mean, this year, I would
this
argue.
year.
This
Okay. You talk about fair.
This year. Yeah, this year.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, who's 2 and 3 for the nation out that spans outside of their region?
I would say 2. I would say UT-A&M, but it's lost a lot of its luster because they didn't play each other for so long.
I would go Iron Bowl.
Okay, Iron Bowl works.
Because the Iron Bowl has had some. When I think about Cam Newton's game. They're down 21-0, 27-0 at the half, and he comes back and wins and goes win the Natty. Obviously, the field goal,
right? Return.
You know what I mean? Then you get the tip
Auburn's
pass. Like,
gonna win the football.
Yeah, like I don't know if I have Texas and Texas A&M in the top 3 now, only because, like, okay, now we're in 2025. Now in 2030, then I think they can creep back into the top 3. But right now, again, A&M and Texas took off 13 years up until last year,
and it's a sin. It's a sin that even happened.
Right.
Like, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we lost that rivalry for so long, and I'm hoping that Texas Tech finds itself playing A&M because that way A&M can't duck us anymore. And that's been a big issue. A&M's been ducking everybody.
Bookie, do you hear this? Do you hear this, Bookie?
Everybody from the Big 12. They've been ducking everybody.
Okay, when you say ducking, go ahead, Bookie, because I heard your little sigh.
Well, I was just going to ask our guy AJ here who his rivals are for Texas Tech, but it seems like we found one of them.
Well, who is y'all's rival?
It used to be UT, then they ran away. So that's what we used to love.
Wait. Y'all, that was y'all's rival. I don't think they saw. Who is y'all's rival? Like, who does the city and the school get up for now? I'm talking about today. In the 12 games that you've played, what was the one game where everybody was
BYU?
Shit.
BYU was electric. The BYU game was, but it's not really a rivalry because they're so nice.
Yeah, they were
like
good.
They came like, hey, this is a nice place. Lubbock's really pretty. I was really surprised. And then you can't talk shit to them because they're just happy people,
and they're sober.
Yeah, and they're just the nicest people. They're like, oh, you're throwing up. Oh, can I hold your hair back? Like that's who they are.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have one.
It was more whenever like UT, A&M, OU, like when we were kind of in that second tier of Big 12.
Yeah,
and we would have those upsets and whatnot. That's when it was fun, but. Unfortunately, college football, they took a lot of those rivalries away. The fact that we didn't play TCU or Baylor this year is absolutely insane. And the only other game in Texas that we had was against Houston.
And y'all shit canned them.
Yep, I was at that game. It was fun.
Y'all shit canned them. Mike was in Houston that weekend. Yeah, so. But I might have to put A&M and UT in the top 3 because the other ones, like, I'm not interested in Georgia Tech. There was a time I was
last year's game was awesome.
Yes. So is it Miami, Florida State?
I don't think A&M UT is in the top 3.
So who's your top 3, Bookie?
As someone that lived in East Coast State, A&M and UT doesn't hit my radar.
Okay.
At all.
Don't give me Bedlam. Do not come on here.
Well, no. I mean, unfortunately, that was too one-sided. It was a fun game every year, but Baker Mayfield would always pull something out of his fucking ass, and then unfortunately, Oklahoma State had to just slap Caleb Williams in the mouth and show him what's up. I think Alabama LSU is up there.
You mean Auburn?
No,
we're talking about rivalry. Oh, you just talking about.
Alabama and LSU's a rivalry. Those teams play each other every year. They fucking hate each other.
The Nick Saban Bowl?
Big game. Yeah. Florida, Georgia, I think is a good game as well. All these SEC rivalries. I think the Florida matchup, Florida State, Florida is a good one as well. I mean, I think you're right that the Iron Bowl is in the top 3 as well because obviously Auburn's going to win the football game, the kick 6, all that bullshit was great there.
Yeah.
If you want an interesting thing here, our friends at The Athletic ranked the highest or ranked the best 100 college football rivalries here.
Is it Army Navy?
What did they have? Army Navy. Go ahead. What you got, Bookie?
I'll let you know here in a second. Go ahead.
Well, while you do that, I've been to 3 Army Navies.
Really? How are they?
It's
triple option.
Like, okay, you got to remember, I've done everything Spurs wise. I was in the locker room in 2014. I've been to Cowboys camps, been to Cowboy games. I've finally gone to a UT game. When I tell you there is nothing, nothing remotely close to Army Navy. No, I can't believe I left them out. Yes, it would be Ohio State, Michigan, Army Navy. Then we can, year to year probably changes 3 to 10. Army Navy is the best experience I've had in my time in the media. It's not even close.
And I think with Army Navy too, they kind of make us watch because it's the only college football game on during that weekend. Because it's typically during that bye between
that's the thing, right?
Conference games and like bowl games. So they make us watch that game, and college game days there every year kind of thing. So I think the two for that would be a really good
2.
spot.
I don't know how we left that out. It's nothing even close. Do you got that list ready, Bookie?
Yes, and by the way, Army Navy doesn't mean shit to me personally, as a non-American personally. Michigan State, Ohio State, or Michigan, Ohio State was 1, and that is true, AJ. You're right. Yeah. Alabama, Auburn is 2. Oklahoma, Texas is 3. I'd put that in the top 3 as well, personally. Army Navy's 4. USC, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Oklahoma. That's a fucking joke.
Nebraska,
Miami,
Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's a joke. But that's like old timey.
That's old school.
They even play each other?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. When that's old timey. When like
this is all time. This is the all time list.
Of Miami, Florida State's a good one as well. Ohio State, Penn State, Florida State, Florida, and 10th, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Wow. Some interesting Texas A&M, Texas is 15th.
So this is the thing that I guess since we're here, I guess the question is going to be, now that these 2 teams are back playing, let's just rank those 2. Considering now that Texas is going to play both of these teams every year, which one means more? Texas OU or Texas and the Aggies?
I think it's Oklahoma. Yeah.
Rudy, it's going to depend on how old the person you're asking is, because I think older people are going to say A&M, younger people are going to say OU, just because of that 13-year gap. That 13-year gap really plays a huge factor, because I don't know if I think these kids on Friday know that this is a big rivalry, but I'm not sold that they're like going to run through a wall to get a win. They might, I'm sure they are, but I think it's more important for more of the older people of the rivalry than the younger people.
And that's a worry for me too, because I obviously, there's 2 things that I can't stand in this world: the New York Yankees and Oklahoma football. And people that go to Oklahoma State now, they don't play. Like, who cares now at this point? Like, even though Oklahoma State put them in a body bag, took Lincoln Riley, threw him out of the trash can, took Caleb Williams, just dumped him out, and just beat their ass in the last game we played against them. Just body bag.
Oklahoma State's the reason why Caleb Williams paints his nails.
No shit. No shit. So this is the thing. I think, because I always wonder this on the pro level, I think on the college level, you got so many boosters and so many students coming up to you. Big game, big game, and big game, big game, big game. But I always wonder, like, do these Cowboys and these Commanders, these guys that are 22, 25 years old, do they understand what their fathers and their grandfathers, how much the hate is? And I don't think they do. Like, on the pro level, I don't think the Cowboys understand. And it's not their fault. They're young. They're kids.
Right.
Their grandfathers hated the Redskins. Their grandfathers hated the Eagles. It was real rivalry. I don't think those players in the pros grasp that. In college, I don't think you can avoid it. Like, it's just you think that Ohio State and players and the Michigan players don't know what this means? Absolutely they do, because you got everybody.
Do, yeah.
It's a
but they also never had a gap.
Yeah, that's true too.
And like I do think if UT and A&M continued to play like this probably take over number 2, because at the time whenever they were playing, it was just always heated, and it was always like right after Thanksgiving, and it was always like just in your face about it. And then then A&M went to the SEC, and they were like, we're not going to play anyone in the Big 12, so they didn't. And now they can't avoid these things, and they're back playing. And remember back whenever they left for the SEC, and they had actually people from Congress like fighting to make this rivalry.
Oh yeah,
like that's how intense it was.
You're right.
I want to get back to that point. Like I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's before we do that, let's trash Notre Dame, and let's be it brought to you by Slackers. Bookie, give me that turkey bash they got going on flyer for Slackers tonight. Used to be the biggest club night in the world was the night before Thanksgiving. Well, my people at Slackers, they're from my era, so they want to keep that. They want to keep that tradition going. And tonight they got their turkey bash going on at the Rector location. That's right there, right across the street from North Star Mall. So if you're in that area, stop by Slackers, ask for Chris, let them know you're in the building. They probably always got the giveaways, got greens, beans, potatoes, yams, all that good stuff. Great times at Slackers. This is going to be big. And they're going to be open on Thanksgiving as well. So
that's the best time.
So if you're a bachelor or you're single or whatever, you got nothing to do,
you got to get away from your parents.
You got to get away from your parents, and you want to go watch the game at Slackers on Thursday, you can do that. So Slackers, North Star location, the Thanksgiving bash is going down tonight. They got 5 other locations.
Pie eating contest.
Pie eating contest.
Yeah, they got a pie eating contest. Yeah.
No hands?
No. Good question. Good question. Look, Ma, no hands. No. Slackers. They got St. Mary's, Rector, Fredericksburg, Thousand Oaks, and I'm missing one. Damn.
You got it. You got it.
St. Mary's, Fredericksburg, Thousand Oaks, North Star, St. Mary's. All right, that's 5.
Did you say rectum?
No, I said Rector. Okay. Rector tonight, pie eating contest. Go out there and let them know in the building sent you. So the polls came out last night, pretty much stayed the same.
Yep.
And I look at number 9 and I see the Fighting Irish. They started the season with Miami, who's still in the playoff hunt, lost. Then A&M came into South Bend, they lost.
Yep.
Then after that, they proceeded to play 9 nobodies. Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, USC sucks, Boston College, Navy, Pitt, and they just beat Syracuse 70-7. I'm so over Notre Dame. They have to get into a conference. Go to the ACC. They're not going to the Big Ten. They want no smoke with the Big Ten.
No.
That would be collegiate suicide. That's why they're running. Okay, then go to the ACC. There was a time when Stanford mattered. They don't play Michigan anymore.
No.
USC doesn't matter anymore. I'm trying to find a good win on their schedule. Who's a good win on their schedule of all those teams I named? Is it Purdue?
Boise State, Rudy.
Where's the good? Well, USC, it was
USC
ranked.
is a good win. USC is a good win because I think they were ranked at the time.
At the time, they were ranked 20th.
Right. Yeah. At the time. But I think, dude, what's funny is that Joey Maguire said some things about Notre Dame. Not said Notre Dame, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like some teams need to get into a conference, I think is what he said. And the Fighting Irish Twitter sphere blew up on Texas Tech. And one thing you don't do is blow up on Twitter, Tech Twitter, because we come after you harder with receipts.
Okay.
So there's been a huge rivalry on Twitter with Notre Dame and Texas Tech. And I don't see it. I watched some of the Notre Dame Navy game, and Navy can't tackle. So some of those things that like the long run that they had, I think in the first half or something like that, it was raining. Navy couldn't tackle. Notre Dame scraped by. They got the win. But I was never impressed. Like, was it Jeremiah Love? I think that's his name. He's the one that they're talking about Heisman Trophy. Sure. Is he better than Jacob Rodriguez? Hell no. So
okay, AJ, but y'all have you beat Utah at the time they were ranked 16th. You shit canned them
in Utah,
and you beat BYU at the time they were ranked 7th. Other than that, now my eyes, I do the eye test, right?
Yeah.
And in fairness to Notre Dame, I've watched much more Texas Tech football than I have Notre Dame. And my eyes tell me Texas Tech can play with anybody in the country. But if I'm just looking at y'all schedule, when I see Pine Bluff, Kent State, Oregon State, Kansas, you lost to Arizona State. Oklahoma State didn't even have a coach. You just beat UCF. I have trouble finding wins outside of Utah and BYU.
Here's the thing. When we made this schedule, because all the college schedules get
3 years in advance, 4 or 5 years in advance.
So at the time, we had the dipshit Matt Wells as our head coach. And we didn't know we were going to be good or the transfer portal or we had money. We didn't know any of this was going to happen at the time. So I take those non-conferences and I put them to that's who we used to be. And also, we did have Oregon on the schedule, and then they went to the Big Ten and all that got scrapped. So we had people like good teams on our non-conference schedule. The problem was with all this realignment, all the transfer portal stuff, we had to change it up. And sometimes you have to play in Arkansas Pine Bluff because they're the only ones that have an open week. That just happened.
If you want Texas Tech's roof to cave in, which it may do if everything stays the same, I would advise you call GC Services Roofing and Construction, and then call my people over at Olympus to put some solar on it. Olympus, that's right. I want to make sure the LLC, if you want to get a little bit of solar or you need that generator, it's about to get cold. Everybody remembers 2021 and everybody remembers this rolling grid. Remember the rolling grid that didn't roll and people almost died? Some people did die.
Some people did.
You don't want to get yourself into that situation. Call Olympus up and get that Generac. Be ahead of the curve. Don't try to call them when the blackout happens and you don't have any power, because then they're going to be sold out and nobody in the world's going to, nobody in Texas, because we're the only ones blacked out. Nobody in Texas is going to be able to get a Generac at that time. Call Olympus ahead of time. But Texas Tech's roof could cave in if this stays the same, and you need to call GC Services Roof and Construction 210-347-0426, because if this stays the same, they would have a bye. No, they wouldn't have a bye. They would be playing Tulane, and then after that, you'd have to play them Bulldogs. And AJ, I love you. I appreciate you sitting in 2 days. And my eye test tells me that Texas Tech is a really good football team. They're going to be a national powerhouse for a long time because they got the deep pockets. But y'all don't want no problems with the Bulldogs.
Well, Rudy, they need to get past Georgia Tech first. I think Georgia Tech is pissed because they blew that game last year. And I'm going to be honest with you, Rudy. There's 3 games above us that I think could go either way.
Which ones?
Ohio State, Michigan, because Ryan Day can't beat Michigan. That's UT-A&M because it's in Austin and Arch Manning. You never know what you're going to get. And then Georgia Tech.
You think Georgia Tech? You're giving Georgia Tech a chance to win this game,
dude? They were worse last year and they had a chance. So I think they have a chance. A puncher's chance, just like the Cowboys do on Thursday. You never know. And with these rivalry games, these kids, some get up, some don't, some cower in the spotlight. I look at the Georgia, especially the Georgia Bulldogs, and if we play them in the second round of the CFP, I do think that we have a really good chance. I don't think people understand how good Texas Tech is, especially with our defense. Our defense is so strong, and on top of all that, there's a guy. His name's Skylar Gill Howard, SGH, who got hurt. I think in the 3rd or 4th game. He might be back by CFP.
Stop. You gonna think a guy that's been out 90 weeks is gonna come and play a factor?
He was part of that Northern Illinois team that beat Notre Dame last year.
Oh,
and so just having a guy.
So y'all bought him.
First or second game, he had a pick 6.
Y'all bought him.
Oh yeah, we got him on Black Friday.
Olympus ENS LLC, GC Services Roofing and Construction. Don't forget, GC Services Roofing and Construction is also a part in our Cowboys post game, which will come down tomorrow night after the Cowboys beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Dallas. Now Patrick Mahomes may buy 100 seats for his people. He's from down the road, so it may be a heavy Chiefs. A lot of Chiefs fans coming out the woodworks. I didn't know that there was this many Chiefs.
They're all Tech fans, Rudy. They're all Tech fans.
They're all Tech fans. Okay, I get that. Then I get that. But speaking of those Cowboys versus the Chiefs, there's something there, man. There's something in the air. There's something in the air, and I think that win on Sunday afternoon may have lit a fire under them. Again, I feel like they didn't know who they were after the Raiders game. But when you pitch a shutout, now again, Philly's offense has been struggling to say the least. But you pitch a shutout from halfway through the second quarter through the end of the fourth quarter, not even a field goal. They did miss one field goal, but still. And you get a Chiefs offense that just, Andy Reid is the best play caller when he's in a rhythm. When Andy's in a rhythm, there's nothing you can do. He hasn't been in that rhythm since the AFC Championship. No. I haven't seen that Andy Reid and that Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce's getting a little long in the tooth.
Yep.
And it seems like everybody has the Chiefs playbook figured out. Even with all that speed at receiver, it seems like they figured it out, and you'll live with the underneath stuff till Mr. Swift.
Yeah, I
think the Cowboys win this game, man. Now the Chiefs defense is really good, but I think the Cowboys win this game.
I do. I agree with you. I think the Cowboys do beat the Chiefs, but at the end of the day, you never know with Pat Mahomes. But the problem that the Chiefs have been having is they just can't protect him long enough for him to hit a Rice on a deep route or hit Worthy on a post. Like they just can't protect him, and it breaks my heart because I look at Pat Mahomes. I'm like, it's Texas Tech all over again when he was there, because yes, he's scrabbling for his life and he makes these great throws, but the way that the Cowboys defense, those trades that the Cowboys made, huge difference, absolutely huge difference. And I think they now have a motivation. Now, do the Cowboys make the playoffs? I don't know.
They're gonna have to go 4-1 over these next 5 games.
But the NFC North is so good. Like everyone's 8-3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So the get into a wild card spot is going to be hard for anyone.
Great point.
So I do think the Cowboys beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs just don't look great, and I don't even know if they have like a stud receiver. And they've been struggling with Pacheco out too, and they just never had like an absolute bruiser of a running back. So Pat Mahomes can only do so much.
Yeah, now I'm sitting there talking shit about the Chiefs offense. They're still top 5, but number 1 is your Dallas Cowboys. Number 6 is the Chicago Bears, by the way. And the NFC North, though, AJ, I think Detroit and Chicago still play again. I want to say Green Bay and Chicago still play again. So they may eat each other up here to kind of wing things out, which is why I feel like the Cowboys really need to they got the Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. So with the Eagles, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got really 6. They got 6 games left. They need to go 4-2 at worst, but to be safe, they need to go 5-1.
Right.
Which it's not out of the realm of possibility. No.
Well,
so let's say if you lose to the Chiefs, you got to win out.
Yeah.
You got to beat the Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. Commanders, Giants, I think those are 2 wins. Commanders are a mess, and we all know the Giants are freaking fire. Yeah, they're a dumpster fire. So
Oklahoma State could be the Giants right now.
No, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
I didn't like that comment. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. But I hear you. I hear you working. So we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, we will have Cowboys post game that comes down tomorrow after that game, brought to you by Legacy Pools and GC Services Roofing and Construction. So as soon as that game's over, we're going to get rolling with the Cowboys post game. Here we are. Every year since he's gotten here, every year since Jeff Traylor has gotten here, there's been rumors, and will he take the Tech job? Will he take the LSU job? Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, another job just opened up. Bookie, need you to come on camera for this because I don't do this often. Now, in true Bookie fashion, he still kind of fucked it up. But Bookie said yesterday on the show, and we looked at him like he was crazy. He said, I think Oklahoma State is going to hire North Texas's head coach. But you said Chad who?
Chad Morris.
He said Chad Morris. He had the wrong Morris. Morris.
Chad came from.
I think it's because Mike said Chad Morris last week, and I was like, I don't think that's the right name. And I didn't want to correct anyone on my first time on In the Building. I was like, we'll just roll with it.
You should have, but Bookie was right. North Texas is Incarnate Word Zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Incarnate Word Zone. Shout out to Eric Morris taking the Oklahoma State job. I thought Bookie was crazy when he said it, but he was dead on. And now there's a big vacancy sign at North Texas, and there's a stadium at North Texas, and there's probably $15 million at North Texas. And there's a guy down here that knows the lay of the land, and he knows North Texas, and he's probably at worst, a top 3 recruiter in Texas. And his name is Jeff Traylor. And if Eric Morris can go to the Big 12 from UNT, where can Jeff Traylor go from UNT? Now, is the great city of San Antonio, AJ, and Dr. Campos enough to keep UNT away from stealing Jeff Traylor, who is bowl eligible again with the worst roster he's ever had since he's been the head coach?
Do you think he has it in him to go to another spot and then another spot after that? Or do you think someone's going to come in and he's going to skip that UNT job and go straight to a Power 5? Like I think that's more likely than the UNT.
But what is Jeff Traylor worth to you as a Power 5 if it's not in the state of Texas?
Well, you just said it.
His stakes are his power. His superpower is the state of Texas and knowing every high school coach in this state. That's his superpower. And the other superpower that he would get along with his recruiting abilities is a bag full of money. I don't know if what Jeff Traylor's worth to you at Penn State.
Right. Oh yeah. No. But if Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss, half the team from Ole Miss is from Texas. So, and also Ole Miss's bag is a little deeper. Now, does Jeff want to pick up his life and move out to Biloxi?
So here's the thing, bro. So I'm at that age now where I have friends that have children that play in the SEC. And while it's the ultimate challenge for a coach and it's the ultimate goal because the SEC is God, I don't what comes along with coaching in the SEC. It's
right.
It's not again, and I'm not, and this isn't me trying to knock, Big 12 Texas football. I'm not trying to knock the Big 12. I'm not trying to knock anybody, AAC, nothing like that. But it's not the same thing. Right. It's not the same thing. You got every Tom, Dick, and Harry telling you why you should be playing running back 3 and DB2. It's a whole different thing. I don't know Traylor. Mike knows him better than I do. I don't know him.
Yeah.
But I think every coach knows it's different coaching in the SEC. It's the ultimate challenge. But then again, I don't know if Ole Miss, even though they're not Bama, they're not LSU, they're not Georgia, I don't know if they're going to take someone
without a name.
Yes. Even though they're Ole Miss, like, bro, what have you done to act like Jeff Traylor's beneath you? Nothing. But at the same time, considering where they are, what are they, 6?
Top 10, yeah, somewhere in there.
I'm worried about, because I love Jeff, I'm worried about this North Texas gig. And now, for all we know, North Texas may say, we don't want Jeff Traylor, but that would be stupid. But this is the first, like Tech, I was really worried because it was weird. It felt weird. It felt like he was really contemplating. I was worried. But all this other stuff that's happened in between Tech and now, I brushed it off.
Right.
Arkansas, I had a smidget of like, I don't know. But this UNT, because of how he is, every time he sees, is that camera on? Is that your phone? Pull your phone out. I need money. That's a flip phone? Pull it out. I need money. The way he talks about money every chance he gets, I think he's frustrated with it. And guess what? San Antonio ain't going nowhere. You can keep your house.
Yeah. Well,
and you get you a nice little beautiful 40-foot 50th floor condo up in Texas, in North Texas, and live a great life and get that SEC job. I'm officially on Jeff Traylor suicide watch, not legit Jeff Traylor suicide watch, because of this North Texas job opening up.
I just don't know if UNT has. I know they probably have a little bit of a deeper pocket, but is it enough to like push Jeff over the top? Like I look at UNT and I just think of, liberal arts and music majors and choir directors and things like they're not. I don't know who's donating to UNT. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that at least here at UTSA, somebody is, but at least down here I know that in Sierra, if they sell a bunch of cars, they're going to donate more money. So at least I can see kind of that comparison. I don't know who's donating to UNT unless Windstar is, throwing some money at them.
Of course they are.
Jeff loves to go to Windstar every so often. It's only 20 minutes away. Then yeah, it could happen. I don't know, man. I don't look at that UNT job as a prestigious job, and I think Jeff is a bigger name and a better name for something, a bigger logo, in my opinion. But you're right. He could easily go up there because he is from Texas. He's from North Texas. He knows that area just like Joey McGuire. So we'll see. But I think we're also going to see a lot more heads roll here in the next few weeks, and some other jobs might open up for him.
Bookie, third-party verifier. You've had a lot to say about Traylor. You called this shot that Eric Morris was going to go to Oklahoma State. What are your thoughts?
I would love to see Jeff Traylor go somewhere just so I could see it and just get the verification. Like, oh, he really is like a really good coach. And UTSA was lucky to have him.
So you feel like, and this is an interesting take, Bookie. Are you telling me other colleges don't see Jeff Traylor like we do down here?
No, I don't think so. Especially because all of his success was pre-NIL. And now teams need to just, if you're going to invest all this money into a coach, into a roster, you kind of want to have like proof of concept. And he's never done it in the non-NIL era, which
the NIL era, you mean?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. So
that's an interesting take.
Yeah,
that's an interesting take because we see him so much, and they're probably going to get beat by Army, but here we see Jeff Traylor as one of our goats that have come through here. Obviously, Larry Coker started it all. But we see 3 conference championships, the Frank Harris era. It was like, that was a fun time in San Antonio. So we see him in this light of like, damn, that's freaking Jeff Traylor right there. That's the man. But Bookie saying these other schools may not see it that way. But I would say this, Bookie, I think it's an interesting take, but I also feel like, how can we know what he is in the NIL era when he's dealt with nothing? And if he's done that with no NIL money, what could he do with a little bit of backing?
Right.
Well, that's why I think Arkansas is the worry. They lost out on Chad Morris. Oklahoma State made them eat their own.
Eric Morris.
Yeah, Eric Morris. And by the way, I looked up who Chad Morris is. He's an old coach apparently, and apparently he's the passing game coordinator at Texas State now.
Yes, he is.
Really should be worried about the UNT job.
You think? Well, first of all, Texas State has been awful after the UTSA game. You think UNT would prefer GJ over Jeff?
I think it's more realistic that they get GJ over Jeff.
Maybe.
I still think Jeff Traylor's leaving for that job. I think it's a 0% chance he leaves for UNT.
I think so. Then you and AJ agree that Jeff's looking for something bigger than you. So it's like me, my house, my house, I got it for $150 in 2005. So this same house square footage that I'm in, I would have to pay $300,000. It's a lateral move. Right. So y'all feel like UNT's a lateral move for Jeff, even though the pockets are deeper?
Same conference, and everyone's gonna hate him here again. Why go laterally and alienate a whole fan base that you built up when
Y'all are
you're
talking
deity here?
Y'all should be those. Y'all are kind of talking me off the ledge. Like I'm standing here over 410, over Jeff Traylor, and y'all they've sent the crisis unit up and AJ and Bookie, and I've taken a step back from the ledge a little bit.
Well, admittedly, I would go up there and I would say, "You won't fucking do it, you pussy. You won't fucking jump."
Wow.
And we'll see what happens.
Well, here, Rudy, let me give you a scenario. What if, let's say A&M goes into Austin and beats UT.
I'm listening.
And Shark goes, F this, I'm done. And he bolts to the NFL. And that UT job gets open. And then
Not a chance. They would not. Traylor would be 10th on the list. Not because he can't coach, but because like I was just there. Those people will walk up to you and look you up and down. Fuck are you? Why are you in the Texas X's lounge? How dare you be in here? I now they did hire Tom Herman. They did hire Charlie Strong, but Charlie was like their 5th choice. So they have hired the guy now, and also Charlie was coming from Louisville, where did he have Lamar? Was that Charlie that had Lamar? No.
Charlie came from
he was a Louisville head coach, but I don't know if it was Lamar. But he was also he was also.
By the way, both of those coaches, all those coaches did terribly.
That's what I'm saying.
Todd Herman was a terrible hire. That was an awful hire.
Their first call, and he's going to tell them no. But their first call, if Sark were to go, let's say Sark decides to go to NFL, their first call is going to see, hey, Nick, are you tired of sitting next to those idiots? Are you tired of sitting next to PJ McAfee and acting like he's funny?
By the way, they didn't overlap.
They didn't, but he was at Louisville.
Yes.
Okay, but the first call is going to be to Nick Saban. Then after that, I don't know. But I don't know because of Tom Herman, AJ. I don't know when UT would actually pick up the phone and call Jeff Traylor. Now Jeff's taking that job. Yeah, I'd be like, he's gone. I get, but I don't know when they would call Traylor. I can't see that. Those people are snooty.
I guess you got to figure out who the coach is going to get you over the edge. That's the thing. Because back-to-back Final Four appearances, who's going to get you to that next game in the national championship game? And if it's Jeff Traylor, great. But who else is out there? I mean, maybe like an OC for a playoff team or something like that. But it's going to be interesting to see if that happens.
Big game
they would go pick off Dan Lanning. They would go someone like that. Ooh. They would try to go get Kalen DeBoer. Like, hey,
fuck him.
Alabama's a lot of pressure. A lot of people telling them that. So it'd be something like that. Like it'd be closer to like Lane Kiffin. Just someone like really, really big.
Lanning.
Lanning's a good name.
That's a great name, Bookie. Yeah, but I don't know.
But why would he leave?
He's got a great situation up there.
Yeah. He gets all the free Nikes in the world,
All right. Well, y'all kind of talked me off of the edge. So
I think there's a lot of time.
I'm feeling better. Better.
Ask me at the end of December.
So UNT, while way more money, and when I say way more, what UTSA probably has $1 million operating budget. UNT probably has 8 to 10. Or is that am I going too high? 5,
sure. Well,
5 to 7.
Even if that was the
6,
case,
7?
I still don't think
6, 7. So it's a lateral move from UTSA to UNT. It is, you know what? For Jeff at his age, it's lateral. For GJ, who's still really young, it's a step up.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's talked about it. He's like, I like San Antonio. My kid graduated here. My wife likes it. We don't really want to move. So you're going to have to really pull like roots out of San Antonio for Jeff.
I feel better. Thank y'all. Y'all are worth something. Y'all are worth something after all. And before we get out of here and go gobble, gobble, I saw this morning, I'm scrolling Instagram, and it's because my phone heard your ass. I getting Dancing with the Stars updates, them hopping on a private jet. Who ended up winning this shit?
Robert Irwin ended up winning the whole thing.
Who, the pretty boy?
Yeah, of
Steve,
course. I mean, like,
damn, Bookie was on fire. Bookie said, hey, I'm rolling with Robert. He's a good-looking dude, and he's Steve's son. Bookie was on fire yesterday. So Robert Irwin won?
He won.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, that finale, way too long. Way too long. And what really pissed me off the most about the whole thing was in the first hour, they gave them a dance none of them have ever danced to. So you're telling me in the first hour, if Rudy J turns on the TV and sees so-and-so do a samba that they've never done before, and it looks like shit, Rudy's going to turn off the channel. He's like, why am I watching this? It's supposed to be the good people. Like, I think that's absolutely ridiculous that they made him do that. And I don't mind the, pull it out of the hat and figure out what dance you're going to do to this song for the second hour. That's fine. And then the final hour was the freestyle, and the freestyle fell flat on his face outside of Jordan Childs. Jordan Childs had the best freestyle last night. But again, it's a popularity contest. They got the most votes ever. It was a super close between 1 and 2 with Robert and Alex Earl.
How many votes are we talking?
Everyone gets 10. And if you have, multiple ways to vote, like on abc.com and text messages, or if you have a bat phone and all this other stuff, like you can have like 40 votes if you really wanted to. But for this one, I voted for Jordan because I thought her freestyle was great. But other than that, honestly, that finale kind of fell flat on his face. I did not like it. It took too long. And I would hope that in the future, they don't ever do that again. If you want to put a new dance in, don't do it the last week. That's dumb. Like,
Bookie,
you're screwing up left and right.
Boogie, give me the Nielsen ratings on last night's finale. I need to know this. I need to know how many million people tuned in to Dancing with the Stars finale. I'm gonna go 13 million.
I think it's more than that.
What?
Now, keep in mind, it's going to be across all platforms, too, because they stream it on Disney+.
Oh, yeah.
They get on your cable, Hulu, all that stuff. So it's probably a lot of people.
You able to find anything, Bookie?
I can tell you 6.63 million people watched. That's
just TV.
Yeah.
So that ain't even, most people use streaming devices and stuff. So anyway, AJ, love you, brother. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for filling in these 2 days and making sure our sponsors get their just due. We thank the sponsors for getting us to this point.
The bums are looking for sponsors too. So
bums are looking for sponsors. When's the next bums show?
DMs.
When's the next bums podcast?
We're looking either today or sometime on Friday. We'll be putting one out. And we got the Trailblazers tonight in Portland against the Tiago Splitters. So I'm excited to see kind of what this.
They got their own. They got a Vince Carter dude up there that's dunking everything viciously, sexy. I forget the kid's name, but he's a problem. So make sure you tune into the bums. Go to Love Your Heart TV. Click that subscribe button for the Baseline Bums. AJ, thank you for filling in. Thank you to sponsors. Bookie, appreciate you, big dog. Happy Thanksgiving. I will see you tomorrow night. Don't forget, tomorrow night, right after the Cowboy game, Cowboys versus Chiefs, GC Services Roofing, brought to you by Legacy Pools, the Cowboy post game, myself, Mike Taylor live from New York, Bookie live from one of his family's houses. Who knows where he's going to be, poor dude. I'm going to be in my brother-in-law's game room. So happy Thanksgiving to all, and to all a happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy the holiday. We will see y'all Thursday night. Be easy.
We gotta keep on doing. You can